Welcome back. So we left off 3E and 3F. So 3E, 3E says 0.8 to the x power equals 0.03. So remember, we're writing this in log form. 3F says 17 to the x power equals 0.5. So if we recall, once again, that we have b to the x power equals a, and that's interchangeable with the log base b of a equaling x. So we just identify a, b, and x in our equations, and we're good to go. So here's b, here's x, and a. So this would be the same as log base 0.8 of 0.03 equaling x. And if we were using a calculator on the quiz, then they might ask us to solve this. I'm sure that they're not going to ask us to do that, but on the homework they did, so it would be 15.7144. 3F done same way, b, x, a. So I have log base 17 of 0.5 equals x. And once again, in the calculator we go, and x equals negative 0.2447. Okay, so that's finishing up 3. Remember, you're just going to have to convert between the two forms. If it's an easy enough problem that it's pretty apparent as to what the solution is, like some of the problems in numbers 1 and 2, then you'll be asked to actually solve for x. Otherwise, you won't be asked to find, decimal places to 4 places without a calculator. All right, finishing up number 5 of our homework. We didn't have a number 4, so we kind of skip number 4 and just jump over right to number 5. So this is comparing two sides and deciding whether they're true or false. And then it asks us to switch the second part of it if it's false. So 5a says 6 to the x equals 12. Then x equals log base 12 of 6. So just thinking back, and I'm just going to put it again down here. I always like to write this out on whatever page I'm on. It's so much easier when I can see it right in front of me than trying to remember it, because so many letters just get all jumbled. So here's b, here's x, here's a. So this should be b, x, and a. So we can see right away that our a and b are switched. So this would be false. And remember, they want us to switch the second side. So I'd have to switch this side. I can't switch the left side and make that true, because it told us specifically to switch the second side. So this would be switched to x equals log base 6 of 12. So they just had their a and their b switched, which once we label everything, it's really easy to see that b should have been 6 and a should have been 12. Okay, so that's 5a. Okay, I'm just going to erase and go back over. That way I can leave my rule on the bottom, and we'll just keep going from here. So 5b says log base 2 of 5 equals x. So then 5 to the x power equals 2. So I'm going to do the same thing. So log base b of a is equal to x. So over here, b to x should equal a. And once again, they've tried to trick us by switching our a and b, but we're not going to fall for that. So how should we switch? Remember, we have to switch this side. So b should actually be 2. So it should be 2 to the x power equals 5. That's how this one should be written. So it was false because this side, the right side, is not correct. We have to switch that one. Okay, moving on to C and D, and then we're home free. And hopefully and a really good review, and you're studying, and you'll be all set for the quiz next time I see you. So 5c, 2 times 3 to the x power equals 11. Then x equals log of 11 over, where am I at? 2 log 3. So now this also brings in a property, that change of base property. So remember, the change of base property says that if I have log b of a, that's equal to log of a over log of b. And that will change my base. If it's other than 10, it will change it back into base 10 by doing the division. So this is almost close, but we have this problem here with this 2 out front. This 2 here. 2 times 3 to the x power equals 11. There's no reason for this 2 to be here. So I want to make that go away. Well, how do I make 2 times something go away? Well, I divide by it, of course. Divide, other side. So I get 3 to the x power equals 5.5. And 5.5 and 3 to the x is definitely not equal to this here. So this is going to be false. And how would I rewrite it? Well, I'm still going to have to apply that change of base property, but it's going to look a little bit different. So this is, this would be written, right? This is b, this is x, this is a. So this would be written as log 3, base 3 of 5.5 equals x. So that's one way, but we want it written in the change of base form like they were trying to get to in the problem. So this would be log of 5.5 divided by log 3. So the only thing that they were off in is that they did divide by the 2, but you're not dividing log 11 by 2. You're actually just dividing the 11 by the 2. So this should be the answer after you say it's false. Ooh, and I found a new little tool here. Oh, check it out. I can make a rectangle. I should have used that first. That would have been way cooler than my little box. Now a rectangle over it. Anyway, I found a new little rectangle. Can I change? And I can change the color on that one too. Oh, probably not once I put it down already, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Silly me. I'll have to try again. Okay. Anyway, those would be your 2 answers for 5C. Okay. And 5D. Let me go back. Erase, 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 erase. And they erase. The little rectangles erase with the eraser too. How fun. Okay. Last one. 5C. D. 5D. Okay, so now they're showing us change of base. If log 7 divided by log 3, then they're saying that this would equal x equals log base 7 of 3. So let's go to our rule here, change of base here in blue. And this says log base b of a is equal to log a over b. So the 7 should be our a, the 3 should be our b. So 7 should be our, they've switched them again. 7 should be the b, but here it's a 3. So we again have false. And they've switched the a and b. So to make it correct, it should be log base 3 of 7. And here, ready? I'll use my fancy new. Oh, I kind of cut off some stuff a little bit. Can I? Oh, no, that just makes another one. Oh, well. Okay, you get the point. False, x equals log base 3 of 7 instead of log base 7 of 3. So again, make sure you study, and I will see you next class.